Up at 3:30 on a Thursday morning to drive 2.5 hours to a car boot sale on the opposite side of the country. I must need my head testing. Now, this is a boot sale I've been wanting to do for quite a while. Loads of people have recommended it to me. It's a Strawberry Fields car boot over near Bridlington. I hear very, very good things about this one, hence the extremely early start. And chatting to a few people on the ABL Reselling Community Facebook group last night, it looks like I'm going to be bumping into a few subscribers as well, which is nice. Incidentally, on the subject of Facebook, there's a group on there called Car Boot Sale Finder UK. That's a really, really good source of information about finding car boot sales in your area. It's obviously for UK based car boot sales, but it's a national one, and it's a great source of information. I've found out loads of info about new and existing car boot sales, so go and check that out. It's a really good resource for resellers. And like I say, if you follow this channel and reselling's your thing, we've got our own Facebook group now as well. So check our ABL Reselling Community, and I'm sure you'll get a warm welcome. Now, I'm desperately in need of a coffee, so a very short pit stop to be made, get some fuel and some coffee, and then let's hit the road. I'm not getting all snobby, by the way, by not using my thermos flask that I've been banging on about in previous videos. I'm just being too damn lazy at this time in the morning. Cheers. And we've arrived. Just a little over 2 hours to get here. The roads were really nice and clear, and it was an absolutely beautiful sunrise over the glorious county of Yorkshire. Now, it looks like it's going to be a really good turnout today, and I'm really itching to get in there. So of course I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. Let's rock and roll.
Yes, I'll get to
How much have you got in this black and yellow stereo, pal?
You mean the Roberts?
Yeah.
See what the annual?
I don't know, no, it's old tech, isn't
Well,
it?
you must know what the annual was. You wouldn't have asked for that one, you would have asked for that. These are about 300.
Right.
If you look at Amazon, they're about 270.
How much do you want for it? That's the
40.
important thing. You want 40 for it?
Yeah.
You do the 30?
55. I think we're about there.
Yeah, I like that.
But the sound is...
I just sound a cheaper one, it's biggest. When it's the sound on them, it's a clarity on there. Yeah.
There we go then.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, if you look at the vinyl players I've got in Roberts in Bridlington.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Easy if you appreciate quality. I mean, you can go down on 30 quid for my glasses, and then you pay 250. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Morning, Greg.
How you doing, Polly? Peter, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, yeah. Long way for you.
Yeah, mate, I needed my coffee this morning. It gets the blood flowing in the morning, doesn't it? How much you got in your boots, pal?
No time. How much for a little gig? 5, my buddy.
These are 7.
8 quid.
And these are 12 as well?
Yeah, that's size 12. That's 20, yeah.
No, I'm tempted, but
Cheers, bud.
nice one. Cheers, have a good day.
You too.
They're about 15 quid to buy. 6 quid if you want it.
You're 5 for it.
Go on.
Thanks
Cheers.
a lot, cheers.
Thanks a lot.
We'll have primrose on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Monday and Friday.
fascinating item, that, because it's a proper database with, you know, capacity.
How much is that, Paul?
Have a look at 8.
How much are your caps, Paul?
£2 each, mate.
Are they kosher?
Hey?
Are they kosher?
Of course they are, yeah.
I have to ask.
I know what they are on eBay and all, so...
Yeah, yeah. I'll take your balls once, pal. I'll take your balls once.
What have you got?
5.
Cheers, buddy. Thank
Cheers,
you,
man.
mate.
Also, big legs here, big sword, Bobby's fire.
How much have you got on your phone, love?
55 darling, the phone. It's 1954 GPO. Alright, thank you.
How much are on your ice skates, pal?
Another one.
How much on that?
Couple of quid. It's all working.
See if I can find something to go with it.
You up, pal?
See if I can find something to go with it. I've heard of Konica, but not Click Konica. That's very cheap. Cheers, buddy. Thanks a lot, pal.
Cheers, buddy.
How much have you got on these?
10.
How much you got on that, bud? Chess computer.
You'd have 2 quid.
Is it all there, do you know? Or
Yeah, I think so. I got from a shop, so I trusted him. Sorry, mate, you're alright. Thank you. You made it
I'm not very stretchy these days.
Cheers. When Michael comes back, I'll ask him to have a look.
Like these?
£5 on them. I'm open to offers, like.
Yeah, yeah. How much are your votes, bud?
Just 50p.
Lovely.
Yeah, cheers, buddy, thank
Thanks
you.
for option, dude.
How much have you got on that, love?
How much is that for? £30.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's silver, that's
How much are these?
£3.50 each. Oh yeah, I know. Funny enough, my wedding, it's the smallest thing.
How much have you got on your radio?
15, mate. Or thereabouts.
There were 5.
Are they? The size or the price?
No, they were size 5.
How much are they?
15. They've hardly been worn.
Hardly been worn. How much are these, love?
Fiver.
Am I right with the lot?
Yeah, you can have a look.
Thank you.
Sorry if I know you've never taken them out.
They do look nice and fresh, don't they?
Maybe. I'm looking to see what they are. I've never
Oh, beautiful.
seen them. Yeah, no, I've never seen them before. Never heard of that look.
I'll not haggle. I was very tempted to, and I probably should, but I'll not haggle. I'll see if I can find something to go with it, though.
How much is your tube for? 35. Don't know who Dave is.
I'm Dave.
I don't know what it does. I know nothing about it.
He's the cheeky funky monkey.
Yeah.
Don't leave home without him. The internet's not sure who he is either.
No, I don't know yet.
No. Thank you very much. I'll probably find something else now anyway. How much is your Lego?
8.
Thank you very much, love. Have a good day. Would you do 3 on your speakers? Would you do 3 on your speakers?
Sorry, I can't hear
Would you
you.
do £3 on your
I'm
speakers?
meeting in the middle, I'll do him at 4.
Alright, go on.
4 quid, wasn't it?
Cheers, pal.
There
Thank
you go,
you.
thank you.
Have a good day, boss.
Yes, thank you.
How much have you got on your N64, pal?
No, sir.
How much on your N64?
Which one?
Well, both of them.
That 100, it's got no cables, no nothing, but it is all fully working and tested.
Yeah.
That one 110 with 3 games.
Yeah.
How long have I done, mate? What? You got a clock? What you got there?
How much on your clock?
How much is that clock there? 3 quid. £3.
It's probably worth 3 quid, that.
Gotta be, yeah.
I bloody hate cats myself, though, but somebody likes them somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, I've just done it with my fingers.
Yeah, but no way, it was my job.
Yeah. Not last night.
Nice. Cheers, boss.
Yeah, mate.
Cracking. Cheers. Have a good day, gents.
And you.
Dave, now you buy Dr. Martens
Yeah,
boots. In that row,
Yeah.
the last van, the red van on the right hand side, there are Dr. Marten boots
Yeah.
for 35. I buy boots, and I'm not sure if they are genuine,
Yeah.
but you can check them.
Of course,
that
yeah.
row-
That's right, red van.
Red van.
Brilliant. Thanks,
35.
Peter. I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, this... How much have you got in your games?
£2 each.
Cheers, mate.
Good morning. How much is your picnic set?
45.
Lovely, that.
In the late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah,
All there, it's all intact, even the silvering on the glasses.
yeah.
Okay.
Smashing that. I do like a picnic set,
Yes.
but not that much, unfortunately.
There are 9 of them.
Yeah. How much have you got on them?
10.
How much have you got on your docks?
35.
I suppose, do you have the box with them?
No, I haven't.
Just says, yeah, no worries.
No, just give me them like that.
Yeah. You're a 30? 34?
I want 35.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I'll only kick myself if I don't take them. Are they the only pair you've got here today?
Yeah, that's the only one.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When you unwrap them, just do them
I know
like
that
you
now,
know, don't you?
I soaked it. I've done it in nice fairy liquid and it fell off. It fell to bits, so I'm going to be more careful.
Right.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Well, next week,
That's a bit for a big.
For a big chap. How much is on it?
Well, it's 100. It was £700. Only worn about 4 or 5 times. Mind you, you'll not see these again.
No, I'm
I mean,
sure.
if you buy one of those knitted pockets, do 10 on. It would have been about 15.
Two
For a big
questions.
lad,
Yeah, 3XL. 2 questions. Would you take 80 for it?
I'll take 90, and that's a bargain.
And the second question might complicate things. Can I pay by PayPal?
I don't do PayPal.
No, I've just asked. I've just absolutely killed my budget.
Yeah.
That's a shame, that is.
Cash 80?
Sorry?
Have you got cash 80?
No, I've got 30 cash left. I've killed my budget on the way round.
All right. I've only
Yeah.
just arrived.
No, yeah. So it's just bad timing.
You see, as I say, I've got 100 on it. It had been £700. You can see the quality of
It's
it.
beautiful.
It's a
It's
beauty.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
I nearly sold it the other day,
Yeah.
and he was only a little guy, but he was in 5X.
Right.
And he
I
put
see.
it on,
Yeah.
he could get it on, it
Yeah.
would go together, but the zip wouldn't, he couldn't get the zipper.
Yeah,
and I said
yeah.
it would pay you to pay £100 even to have another zip put on.
How much for that?
It's stunning.
£6.
I'll be kicking myself.
You'll be kicking yourself.
If
I'm
I
gonna
left
say
it,
to
I'll be
you,
kicking myself.
If the weather was all right, yeah, you're a good mate.
He's top man. Just only met him today as well.
That's all right. Well, you know, that's a
Kicking myself.
bargain.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Bargain. And
Well, I just checked it out, and I'm really happy with that deal.
Yeah.
So you're a legend.
No problem.
Absolute
I
legend.
message you like
Yeah,
late
yeah.
today or.
Top man. I'll do bank transfer straight
Yeah,
away.
no
Okay,
problem.
thank you, mate.
No problem.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You will be back here.
100%. 100%. This is my new favourite boot sale of the week.
well, I don't do this.
Thanks again, Peter. All the best, pal.
I can do £3.
From Leeds, you see, I used to play snooker.
Spatchcock
What
chicken
you get,
there,
you think,
3 for a
I'll do
fiver
it
now.
all.
With a
£2
few spatchcock chigons.
£1.
150 then.
Joints are beef, joints are pork, legs are lamb today. Anybody else want to clear load this bacon now? Give me £2. Got a few bags of southern bags for a fiver this morning.
Cheers, pal. Thanks a
Thanks so
lot.
much, mate. Cheers.
How much are your pods, love?
They're normally £4 to buy, but we're charging £2 for them.
Do you have any decaffeinated ones by any chance?
The only decaffeinated are at the back here. Does that say decaffeinated?
Yep, that's...
And that one?
Yep. Would you do 6 for a tenner?
I'll give you them for 11.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
I can manage that.
But,
I
the thing is
stopped
with-
buying directly from Nespresso because they're just really expensive, aren't they?
Anyway, at least you've got some today. that's
Absolutely,
lovely.
yeah. Have a good day, love.
Thank you.
Are you very far in Bridlington or are you...
Absolutely blown away by the Strawberry Fields car boot. I came completely unprepared. I came here today with 150 quid, thinking that'll be plenty for a Thursday car boot, and ended up getting a sub off a subscriber, which was a little bit embarrassing, but very, very welcome. I think it was a perfect storm of weather as well. Word has obviously got about that today was going to be a great day, and I think it's going to be well worth my while having a weekend over here at some point as well. If today was anything to go by, I could come over, have a nice little weekend break and make a load of money while I'm doing it. So I'm going to get all this stuff home and, as usual, take you guys through what I picked up and how much I'm expecting to list for. Some very, very tasty pickups today, including a couple of very high value ones. For how much I spent, there's a relatively small number of items, but the value of these items are what is going to push it through the roof for me. Now I might treat myself to a pasty before I hit the road, so I'll sign off for now and see you when I get home. Yorkshire definitely got the best of the weather today. Check this out. Absolutely glorious over the other side of the moors, and here not so much. Okay, so you know the script, guys. What I'm going to do is strap the GoPro to my head and go through what I've picked up and how much I'm going to list it for. We're looking at a total of 20 items for a total cost to me of £205. Let's check it out, see what we've got. So first up, and by far and away the single biggest purchase of the day, was this Aviator Jacket. It's a genuine sheepskin. The brand is Teodem. That's Teodem. And when you're looking at sheepskins, it always helps if they're made in England. This one just says styled in Italy. Also, other giveaways is the word shearling. That's the original shearling. That's the cut of sheepskin. This is an exceptional quality jacket. Aviator jackets of this style always go for very, very decent money. There's a little bit of a story on this as well. The lady that I bought this off was on the last row, and I absolutely caned my budget all the way around. I didn't have any expectations of today other than people telling me that it was a really good car boot, so I took £150 with me. That was my budget for today, and by the time I got to this jacket I decided I really wanted it, but I only had about 20 quid left. But fortunately, one of our lovely subscribers to this channel, a chap called Peter, lives in North Yorkshire himself. He said, do you want to borrow the money and just send it me later? So of course, I was very tempted. I took him up on his very kind offer. So thanks to Peter, I've got this absolutely stunning Aviator jacket from the lady. And the listing value I'm putting on this is a whopping £180 to £200. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just dripping in quality. Sheepskins are good sellers anyway. I picked them up through the winter months and they fly out for decent money. There's a couple of marks on this, nothing exceptional though. It's clearly been worn very few times, but every now and again in the sheepskin world you'll come across a pearl like this. But Aviator jackets, if you guys want to check the comps on them, generally they go for top dollar. Next up, boxing boots. You guys have seen me pick these up before. These are a bit smaller than I would have liked at a size 6. I've sold a lot of Adidas boxing boots just recently, but these are in pretty good condition, and the listing value I've put on these is £20. Another big hitter, and something I haven't picked up for a while actually. I used to always be able to sniff out Doc Martens, but these are in extremely good condition. There's almost zero wear to the soles. There's a couple of obvious signs that they've been worn, but for what I don't know, they certainly had extremely light use, maybe only worn once or twice. That's what's made me prick my ears up. I mean, Doc Martens are always an extremely safe bet as well, especially adult sizes. Probably the only, if for the right money, probably the only footwear in a kid's size that I'll pick up as well. But these Dr. Martin Chelsea boots are a UK size 9. Unfortunately, they're the made in China ones rather than made in England. The made in England do fetch a premium, but because of the condition of these boots, listing value I'm putting on them is £90. Do like picking up bike gear. These are Akito is the brand on these motorcycle boots. It's a little bit of a bog standard low end kind of brand, and these boots, although they're in good condition and barely any wear to the sole at all, they're clearly older stock, perhaps worn a very few times and then stuck in a shed or in a garage or whatever. Decent size on these are UK size 12. So listing value on these boots £20 to £25. Next up, so an item that is always worth checking out, particularly if you can get them new, but even older stock. Some old versions of the scientific calculators go for ridiculous amounts of money, so always check the sold completed on eBay for this particular type item. This is obviously old stock, but it's brand new, still in its packaging. The model on this is a Casio FX83ES. Warrants a little bit more research on this because there's not very much in the way of comps on eBay, but as a preliminary valuation listing value, I've put £15 on this. Always love picking out my BT phone sets. This is this is unusual in the respect of it's not clearly cordless, but it's a big button version, answering machine. Needs a bit of a wipe down, but it comes with its instruction manuals. The model on this BT phone is the BT4500. And even though there's only one handset, because of the big button aspects, obviously in the listing you can put ideal for people who are visually impaired, that kind of keyword and that kind of description. Listing value for this is £25. Now these were probably my fail of the day. I don't profess to know very much about media, and usually I'll only sell media on its own if I get them as free as part of a console deal, or if they have particular value. None of these titles for PS3 do. We've got Killzone 2, Killzone 3, Gran Turismo 5, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas, Red Faction Armageddon and Haze. Individually, you're probably only looking at about £3 or something like that. I think what I'm going to be doing is bundling all these games and sticking a listing value of £20 on them. If it wasn't for the fact that I got a bit carried away, I probably just would have left these on the table. A couple of remotes, you'll remember the video or two back me saying about remotes. They're often almost given away at car boots in boxes, worthwhile having a rummage around. Obviously you're looking for branded ones, the high-end brand, in this case Samsung and a Panasonic. And as I've said in previous videos, I don't tend to put a value on anything. I'd rather tell you total items picked up and a total value, because obviously prices for individual items are subjective to a car boot and obviously what you can negotiate. But just for pure example purposes, I paid 50p each for these remotes, and the Samsung one is the listing value of £15. The model on it is a AK5900125A, but that's almost an irrelevance because all Samsung remotes I'd say were a tenner plus. And the other one is a Panasonic theatre system, obviously an older bit of kit, so the listing value I'm putting on this is £10. Now this was a surprise for me, actually, a big surprise. I'm fairly confident it's because of the model of these tapes. This is a 5-pack of blank audio cassette tapes, and the TDK SA90 high position. Now I nearly fell on my backside when I saw the comps on these, because I picked these up because they were extremely cheap, a couple of quid say, and I'm thinking £12 every day of the week. I've sold countless amounts of tapes before. I've picked them up on clearance from supermarkets and done really well with Amazon. But this 5-pack of tapes, check the comps guys, £45. Just lift your jaws back up, honestly. So TDK SA90 high position. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever why they go for such high value, but they do. Something that needs testing. It's obviously been in a chap's garage for quite a while. Guy was a trucker, he used to have this in his rig. This is a 5.5-inch colour TV. Obviously old tech, it's an old CRT one. Again, something else I've sold just recently. I sold what appeared to be a brand new black and white set like this, but it was more of a Chinese brand. That went for £30. This one needs a DC adapter, which is a 13 volt. I've got a big bag full of adapters and whatnot. I'm sure I can come up with one, or at least use my universal one to test this TV before I buy one. But if you're feeling rich, this also takes batteries. So this will get tested. The listing value I've put on this is £35. And the model, incidentally, is the Samsung CI125R. Seemed like a very nice chap, and I'm sure it's working as he said it was. Now, again, the chap who bought these off assures me they're genuine. They certainly seem so. They've got the hologram and all the indicators telling me that these caps are genuine, and the feel quality as well. These are Chicago Bulls, and the brand is 5950, which I've come across these caps before. It's got all the labels in and the sizes and whatnot, so every confidence that they're kosher and above board. 5 of those, and the listing value I'm putting on those is £12 each. They have historically been going for up to £20, but like I say, for this example purposes and evaluation purposes, I like to go down the bottom end, so it's a little bit more of a realistic estimation. Now, I thought the guy who gave me the price on this was taking the mickey at first, because I thought it was just a bog standard boombox. Nothing special. It looked clean and tidy and relatively well looked after, but I was very, very surprised. So rather than just dismiss him, check the comps. And this Roberts radio, this is Roberts Concerto 2. What's interesting about this particular stereo, it's specifically for people who are visually impaired. It's even marked up British Wireless for the Blind Fund. So this Roberts radio, Roberts is an exceptionally good brand and always worth checking the comps up. This one's got additional features like a USB, SD, as well as being a CD and tape player. It's also a DAB radio, which is unusual for this type device. The listing value on this is £75. Just goes to show really that everything is worth a second look. If you've got a gut instinct about something, there's a reason you've got a gut instinct. There's something, and dig a bit deeper. Again, probably another little fail, but it remains to be seen. I can't find any comps at all for these Grundig speakers. They're in pretty good condition. The reason I picked them up is because shelf speakers sell quite well on their own. So I have every confidence that there's a price tag of £5. I didn't pay that. I negotiated a better price on that. So the valuation I've put on these is £20. Nice, easy pack. They're going to come in at under 2 kilos as well. So easy pack, easy send, nice and cheap. Definitely an item that should be on your BOLO list. Chess computers, pretty much across the board. I haven't actually heard of the Horizon before, but I've sold quite a few chess computers, always for decent money. And strangely, nobody seems to realise the value they're selling them either. They usually pay very little for them. This Horizon chess computer, I put a listing value of £30 on. I have got up to £80 for chess computers in the past for the more technical and well-known ones. It seems to be very much a case of if it's a vintage chess computer, then the value is a lot higher. So definitely check out chess computers if you come across them. Now this is something I picked up on a whim, only paid a couple of quid for it, and it has got a little bit of damage. That bowl there's a bit of a chip out of the bowl. This is, well, it's obviously a cat clock. I was kind of thinking, there's a lot of crazy people out there, and this will really float somebody's boat. It's a really interesting item. It is actually a collectible. It's a Comical Cats Collector's Clock by Gary Patterson. This is from the Danby Mint. It's either Danby or Danbury Mint. Danbury Mint, perhaps. It's battery operated, which isn't really an issue. So I've absolutely no idea what kind of price to put on this, what kind of value. So I've excluded it from my list, but I don't know. What are you thinking, guys? £20-25 plus postage, something like that? I mean, it's a little bit fragile, but it's not shockingly fragile. But aside from that chip out of that bowl, it's lovely. I think somebody who's into cats would just go mad for something like this. So hit me up in the comments anyway. What do you think the value on this should be? And last on the list today, these Harry Potter sorting hat bookends. They look as though they've never been used. They're absolutely spanking clean. Really nice item for obviously the Harry Potter fans, for their book collections. And the listed value I've put on these, because they're in such good condition, yeah, all the packaging is in good condition as well. There's a bit of storage wear to the box. Listing value on these, £40. So like I said, total spent today £205, and the total listing value for all these items is £745. Now just to qualify that valuation, where I've used a price range for an item, I've used the lower end of that price range, and all these items and all that valuation will be plus postage. Of course that's a gross figure, so there's obviously fees to come off that, and the taxman's got to take his taste. But still, I'm going to say it again, it's my favourite phrase, it's a good day at the office. Now, for a lot of reasons, Strawberry Fields has definitely risen to the top of my list as far as favourite Thursday boot sales are concerned. I know it's an extremely short list, but there you go. I absolutely loved it. It was helped by the fact that the weather was fantastic, and obviously bumping into Peter as well, which was great. Always nice meeting subscribers. But it's a car boot that surprised for a lot of reasons. When I first turned up, there was only a couple of rows just setting up. Got there early doors, but by the time I got to the second row, I looked up from the tables and another 2 rows had appeared, and it turned into an impressively sized boot sale for a Thursday morning. Now, just as I was leaving, Peter actually said, do I think I'll be back to that boot sale? And my answer is, hell yeah! Now there's probably loads of opportunity there that I missed. So if you spotted anything that I didn't on my way around on the tables and whatnot, hit me up again in the comments. It'd be really interesting to see if you've seen something I missed, but also it's information for me so I can log it the next time I'm out in the fields. Now with the pickups over the last couple of days, we've got a decent amount to list now, so that's what I'll be getting into for the rest of the day. So I'll sign off there and say thanks very much indeed for watching. I've been Dave Keith, you've been amazing. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.